all just seemed so far-fetched to me. And it seemed like you needed to have a lot of money. You needed to know all these big-time producers. You know, I'm here in the Washington, D.C. area. I'm not in Atlanta. I'm not in California. So how do you make it in the industry? It was around December of 2000 and last year, actually. It was December of 2009. A friend of mine stopped by the house, told me he had a CD that he wanted me to check out. Well, actually, it was a DVD that he wanted me to check out. And I'm like, a DVD? A DVD of what? And he said, this friend of ours, he has this DVD on how to become a recording artist. And I was like, okay, it sounds interesting. You know, let me check it out. I was getting ready to head out of town to go to Eufaula for Christmas. And I told him, let me take the DVD with me and I would check it out. And he said, okay, check it out. When we get back, we're going to schedule a time for you. And the person I'm talking about is known as the Minister John Butler. So he said, when we get back, I'm going to arrange for the two of you to get together so you can talk about this music that you have. You can take a look at the project that you would like to produce, and we'll go from there. January 2010. It was time for my big meeting with the minister, John Butler. So I knew I needed to have all my songs put together. So I pulled together my tablet, had a couple of songs in there, and I was like, okay, I want to make sure that I am focusing on traditional gospel, because traditional gospel is a form of music that really brought us through a lot of the trials and tribulations that we have. At least that's what I was told. But you know, now there's a lot of, I think we've kind of gotten confused between what is gospel and what really is rap. So I wanted to make sure that the continuity of the traditional gospel as we did it in the South continued today. So I pulled all my songs together and had pre-recorded them singing a cappella. Remember, I grew up in a church where that was the only way you did sing, because you had no drums, you had no piano, no bass guitar, no nothing. You just had to clap your hands and stomp your feet. So I had pulled all my music together and sang a few of the songs with John. He was like, oh, I love it, that's a good project. You know, there's plenty of room in the industry for that. So I was like, okay, I'm on my way. My dream is going to come true. This is what I believe that God had destined me to do, was to help keep traditional gospel alive. So I pulled together all my songs, and I was starting to think, okay, what would be a good title for a song? So I remember about 2 years ago, it was in 2008, I was sitting in revival, and this minister, he preached, and his text was about built for the road ahead, which is taken from the Ford Motor Cars theme, built for the road ahead. So I was writing all my notes at church and everything, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. I could use this material for something. So when I was putting my music together, I went back and I wrote a song, and that song was called Building Me for the Road Ahead. So when I put all the lyrics together and everything, and I said, okay, this is awesome. You know, someone's life is going to be transformed as a result of this. So that became the title of my CD, Building Me for the Road Ahead.